Hi, I'm Chrissy Rose, and we're gonna play with some core strengthening, core work to complement your yoga practice and make standing up straight a little bit easier. So come to standing, toes touch, heels are a sliver apart. You're gonna take your arms out in front of you today, but then pull those shoulders back so you can feel the shoulders lock into place and hover your right knee up off of the mat. Now from here, take your right foot, kick it back behind you on a 45-degree diagonal, and that right hip wants to lift. So keep the hips nice and square, drop the right hip down and feel the heel lead back so that your glute starts to squeeze in that much stronger. From here, hands come to heart center, and then give yourself a second just to find a good foundation through your foot so that your balance is strong. Left elbow is gonna find the right knee and you'll twist. Inhale, you'll come back to center, the leg goes back, squeeze that butt cheek up into your hip and twist elbow to knee. Inhale, you'll kick back. If you want more challenge, your arms are gonna come up as you twist. Reach back, elbow to knee, twist. If you want even more challenge here, when you bring the elbow to the knee, kick your foot forward. All in control, everything is very specific, and you're using your body slow rather than fast, right? A lot of times moving slow is actually a lot harder than going quickly because you have to use your strength rather than any momentum. So just give me 3 more. Last 2. Final 1. Good, and when you come back to center, take your hands to your hips, just recheck if that right hip is lifted, drop it back down. Point your toe, tiny little circles with that right leg. So you'll just be here for 8, 7. Notice if your hips are moving, keep the hips really still so that the legs do the work. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions of your circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your right foot back down to the floor, and usually that left leg has got some heat in it, so you can rock it out for a second if you need to. Ground down through the right foot now. Again, arms come out in front of you, pull the shoulders back, and then hover that left knee off of the mat. Let the left hip drop down so that the hips are square, and then send that left leg back behind you. And feel your butt cheeks squeeze up into your hips so that the glutes turned on, leg is strong, and you're ready to go. Hands find heart. Right elbow comes to the left knee, you'll twist. Inhale, send the leg back. Feel the belly button squeeze in towards the hip bone so you get that much more core work and less movement through your bones, right? All of those little rubber bands of your muscles are doing the work to manipulate your skeleton, not the other way around. You're just gonna be here for 5 more. And again, if you want to modify, the arms can come up towards the sky as you twist. Arms up, elbow to knee. Final variation, again, if you wanted to take it, that leg's gonna come out nice and straight. So you're also getting that extra strength to your psoas, quad, and go slower, your balance starts to wobble, right? Everything is in control. Final 1. Elbow finds your knee, hands come to your hip, left leg goes back behind you. Drop the left hip down so you're using all of your strength, little circles. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hips stay still for 2, and 1. Switch directions just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can lower that left foot back down to the floor, maybe shake out the right leg a little bit, and then find a forward fold. So bend your knees, and then interlace your fingers around the back of your head so you get a little traction into your neck. Bend the knees so that your belly gets to rest onto your thighs. And you just take 2 breaths here. Big inhale. And then draw your belly in on your exhale. And see if there's any more release through the back of the neck and shoulders. Just 1 more breath here. Good. Find a plank position, so you'll take your hands down to the mat. and then the legs will come back. Now, if you want more challenge, you're gonna bring the toes to touch. If you want more stability, bring the feet out wider. Now, keep the hips still, shoulder taps. That right hand's gonna come up and tap the left shoulder. The left hand's gonna come up and tap the right shoulder. Now, the tendency is to have the hips rock from side to side, but that's not really doing very much for your core. So your intention is to keep the torso, the hips, as still as possible. So just the hand comes to tap the shoulder. So give me 10, 9, and notice once you find a rhythm, that's when the hips want to creep in and start moving, so keep them super, super strong. Just for 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, final 1. And then press back to downward facing dog for a moment. You can bring your feet hip distance apart. The right leg's gonna kick up to the sky. Exhale, right knee finds your right elbow. From here, drop the knee down to the wrist. Now the knee's not on the floor, it's still lifted and hovering off of the mat. Exhale, take your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, lift it up to the right, or the left, and then send it back over to the right. Big breath in, leg goes high. So you're creating a little square around your elbows and your wrists. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale down to the wrist. Exhale to the left wrist. Inhale up to the elbow. Exhale off to the right. Inhale, leg goes high. Good, lower your foot back down to the floor. We'll do the other side twice. Inhale, left leg's gonna lift up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale down to the wrist. Exhale to the right wrist, up to the elbow, send it back to the left. Inhale, leg goes high. One more time, exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale down to the wrist. Exhale over to the right wrist. Inhale up to the elbow. Exhale to the left. Inhale, leg goes high. Then lower your foot back down to the floor. From here, second set of shoulder taps. Now toes come together. See if leveling up gives you a little bit more challenge. If that ever becomes too much and the hips start to rock, then bring the feet wide again. Drop to your knees for a moment, a couple cat-cows, just so you can have a rest for your belly. Inhale, cow pose, belly falls. Exhale, cat dome out your back. 2 more rounds, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Last one, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good, and you've got a 15-second hold in a water bug. So from here, your arms are gonna come out in front of you, nice and wide, and then the legs are gonna come out nice and wide. Now you'll let your body expand as far as it'll go till you're hovering right away from the floor. Hold. And if you shake, that's a good thing. For 3, 2, and then you can drop down on 1, have a breath for a second, and then you'll come onto your back. So push up to tabletop. You can sweep your legs around and then lay back on the earth. Good, hug your knees into your heart. Your spine gets a little massage. And then make a big giant X on the floor. So the legs are gonna come out wide, the arms come out wide. Exhale, draw the belly in already. Core is nice and strong. Hold on to that big breath in. Left hand finds your right foot, exhale. Inhale, you'll lower down. Exhale, right hand to the left foot. Inhale, lower down. If you need to modify, you can always take the knee or take elbow to knee. But give a couple of shots to that straight arm, straight leg, and to see what that does for your body, for your challenge, your strength. And then back off if you need to. Just for 5 more. For 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Final 1. And then rest. You're gonna hug your knees into your heart. You can massage your back for a second, and then take your legs up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers, hold them over your heart. You can roll your shoulders down, and then from here, draw the belly in already to prepare you. And then hover the legs as close to the floor as you can get. Lift your chest and hold. You're gonna squeeze all of those muscles as tight as you possibly can. Roll your shoulders back and hold. If you wanted to incorporate a weight here over your chest, you always could for more challenge. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release on 1. Reach your arms in 2 opposite directions, grow nice and tall, big breath in. Double exhale, sit up, reach for your toes. Go ahead and come up to a seat. You'll find center. Take your legs out nice and wide. Your arms are gonna come out to a T. From here, keeping the hips grounded, because as you twist, that left hip's gonna wanna lift. So keep both of those sits bones on the floor. Roll your shoulders down. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Left hand reaches for your right toes. Right hand reaches back behind you. Double exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Twist. Inhale, lift. Double exhale, reach for your toes. Inhale, come back to center, twist. Inhale, lift, reach for your toes. Inhale, sit up, twist. Double exhale, reach for your toes. Now, since you've been doing this for a couple rounds, notice if the opposite butt bone starts to lift off the mat. So while I'm here, did your left hip lift? So anchor it down with your core as you crunch. Come back to center, twist over to the left. As you reach for the toe, did that right hip lift up? Anchor it back down. So not only you're getting that core strength to your obliques and your abdominals, but you're also getting that nice stretch to the back obliques and the low spine twist. Double exhale. Inhale, twist, grow long. Double exhale. Just 3 more. Twist, lift up, double exhale. Exhale, lift on the inhale. Double exhale, reach for your toes. Good, come back to center. From here, couple of layers. So big challenge to find base layer. Soles of your feet touch, knees flop out to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana, sit up. So you'll just hover straight up towards the ceiling if you want that challenge. Level up, lift the feet, elbows find your knees, hips and shoulders lift. So you can take either of those layers while we're here and just work on drawing the elbows to the knees. We'll find a forearm today, so you'll interlace your fingers. And then the pinkies, one pinky will be right next to each other as opposed to crossed. And then take your hands to your elbows, and that distance is the same distance that you want your hands to be. So if you can grab your elbows, then you're in the right place. You're gonna take the crown of your head, if you're not sure what part. Take the meat of your wrist right in between your eyebrows, and then wherever your middle finger lands is the part of your head that should be on the floor. So if you take that crown to the earth, and then send your hands into your head, roll your shoulders back, you have some space to stack the hips over the shoulders, and the legs can start to come up towards the sky to get you upside down. Now, a lot of times we dump into the neck, so take the shoulders, lift them away from the ears so that you've got some space. From here, you're gonna tap your toes to the earth into a pike. So the hips are gonna go back. Inhale, the toes will tap down. Exhale, lift them back up. Just gonna take 5 of these. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lifts you up. 3 more, go slow. The slower you go, the stronger you get. For 2 more, and notice how my hips travel back to help me find the toes to the earth. Last one, toes tap. Legs lift up. So you're welcome to play with that as much as you'd like. Last variation will be in a tripod headstand instead of forearm. This one's a little bit more beginner friendly. And so that same setup where you grabbed for opposite elbow, that distance is where you'll put your hands instead. But wherever your hands were is where the crown of your head goes. So you have that nice little equilateral triangle. So hands replace your elbows, and then the crown of the head goes where the hands were. Now you're gonna send the shoulders away from your ears. From here, take your elbows to your knees, or knees to elbows rather, and then push through your palms so you'll feel how the back and the shoulders start to get involved. So even just that movement alone is plenty of core work. And then from here, on your inhale, belly strong. Inhale, lift the legs up. Exhale, you'll lower them back down. Now, without putting weight into the arms, just tap the knees to the elbows, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. And your breath is your best friend, so don't neglect that breath cycle. Last one. Good, and then with control, lower yourself down. You can come back up. Have a wonderful day and enjoy that nice strong core.